This is my deep discussion on the book Noli Me Tangere by our great national hero Jose Rizal. The title, meaning in Latin "Touch Me Not," refers to John chapter 20, verse 17 in the Bible, the King James Version. As Mary Magdalene tried to touch the newly risen Jesus, he said, "Touch me not, for I am not yet ascended to my Father." Reference for the novel. Jose Rizal preferred that the prospective novel express the backward, anti-progress and anti-intellectual way Filipino culture was. On June 2, 1884, Rizal proposed the writing of a novel about the Philippines, written by a group of Filipinos. Publication. Rizal finished the novel in December 1886. Rizal feared that the novel might not be printed and that it would remain unread. A financial aid came from a friend named Maximo Viola, which helped him print the book at the fine print media in Berlin. These are the major characters. Crisostomo Ibarra, son of a Filipino businessman, Don Rafael Ibarra. He studied in Europe for 7 years. Ibarra is also Maria Clara's fiancé. Several sources claim that Ibarra is also Rizal's reflection. Maria Clara, Ibarra's fiancée, she was raised by Capitan Tiago and is the most beautiful and widely celebrated girl in San Diego, an illegitimate daughter of Father Damaso. Capitan Tiago, Santiago de los Reyes, known by his name Tiago and political title Capitan Tiago, is a Filipino businessman and cabeza de barangay or head of the barangay of the town of San Diego. He is also the known father of Maria Clara. Padre Damaso. Damaso Verdolagas or Padre Damaso is a Franciscan friar and the former parish curate of San Diego. He is best known as a notorious character who speaks with harsh words and has been a cruel priest during his stay in the town. Elias. Elias is Ibarra's mysterious friend and ally. He wants to revolutionize the country and to be freed from Spanish oppression. Pilosopong Tasio. Don Anasta, speaking for reforms for the government, he expresses his ideals in paper written in cryptographic alphabet that the future generations may be able to decipher it and realize the abuse and oppression done by the conquerors. Doña Victorina. Doña Victorina de los Reyes de Espadaña is an ambitious Filipina who classifies herself as a Spanish and mimics Spanish ladies by putting on heavy makeup. Sisa, Crispin, and Basilio. Narcisa or Sisa is a deranged mother of Basilio and Crispin. Described as beautiful and young, although she loves her children very much, she cannot protect them from the beatings of her husband, Pedro. Crispin is Sisa's 7-year-old son, an altar boy. He was unjustly accused of stealing money from the church. After failing to force Crispin to return the money he allegedly stole, Father Salvi and the head sacristan killed him. It is not directly stated that he was killed, but the dream of Basilio suggested that Crispin died during his encounter with Padre Salvi and his minions. Basilio is Sisa's 10-year-old son, an acolyte tasked to ring the church bells for the Angelus. He faced the dread of losing his younger brother and the descent of his mother into insanity. At the novel's end, Elias wished Basilio to bury him by burning in exchange for a chest of gold located on his death ground. He will later play a major role in El Filibusterismo. The plot. Noli Me Tangere by Jose Rizal is set in the Philippines during the Spanish colonial era and follows the story of Crisostomo Ibarra, a young man who returns to his homeland after studying in Europe. He reunites with his childhood sweetheart, Maria Clara, but soon discovers the injustices and corruption prevalent in the Philippine society. Ibarra's father, Don Rafael, was a wealthy and outspoken landowner who opposed the abuses of ruling Spanish government. He was falsely accused of being a heretic and he was killed, prompting Ibarra to seek justice for his father's death. Along the way, Ibarra encounters various characters that represent different social classes and embody the flaws of Philippine society. As Ibarra's efforts to expose the injustices faced by his fellow countrymen meet resistance from the ruling elite, he becomes determined to fight for societal change. The novel delves into themes such as social inequality, religious hypocrisy, and the abuses of power. Ibarra's quest for justice becomes intertwined with his personal journey of self-discovery, and he faces numerous challenges and obstacles along the way. The story culminates in a dramatic and tragic conclusion, highlighting the harsh realities of life under colonial rule. Noli Me Tangere serves as a powerful critique of Spanish colonialism in the Philippines, shedding light on the oppressive nature of the system and urgent need for reform. It remains a significant work in Philippine literature, inspiring generations to confront social injustices and strive for a better future. The background of Noli Me Tangere. The publication of Noli Me Tangere marked a turning point in the Philippine literature, sparking nationalism and inspiring a generation of Filipino revolutionaries. It played a significant role in the fight of independence from Spanish colonial rule, and remains a significant work in the Philippine literature today. Reason for writing. The reason for writing Noli Me Tangere is to expose the injustices and abuses of the Spanish colonial government in the Philippines during the 19th century. The novel, written by Filipino national hero Dr. Jose Rizal, depicts the social political faced by Filipinos under Spanish rule, highlighting the oppressive system and calling for reform and revolution. It seeks to awaken the Filipino people's consciousness and inspire them to strive for independence and social change. My opinion on the novel. As a student, my take on Noli Me Tangere would likely to be one of the great respects and appreciation for its significance in Philippine history. I would view it as a powerful depiction of the social injustices and struggles faced by our ancestors under Spanish colonial rule. I would recognize the bravery of Dr. Jose Rizal in writing the novel as a way to awaken the consciousness of the Filipino people, inspire them to strive for independence and social reform. I would also appreciate the novel's role in igniting the sense of nationalism and resistance against oppression. Ultimately, leading to the Philippine Revolution, Noli Me Tangere would be seen not just as literary masterpiece, but also as a catalyst for social change and a symbol of Filipino resilience and determination. This is my deep discussion on the novel Noli Me Tangere by our great national hero Jose P. Rizal. Thank you for watching.